one dance, baby. That one dance.
Okay, good morning everyone. I am Jimer Bidanoko, and at this juncture, I will do a storytelling and I want you to listen to this story that I will be going to share with you since for some instances, you can put some morals with it in line with the concept of the story. So the title of the story that I will be share with you is the Two Good Friends by Judy Dilton. So it was captured by Giulio Maestro. So we will now begin. One day in the morning, the duck cleaned his house. So all his floors were waxed and all his furniture were polished. So while admiring his clean rooms, he heard some knock on the door. And after that, it was a bear. So it was the bear who knocked the door. So come in, said the duck. But first, wipe your feet on the mat because duck is always strict when it comes to the cleanliness of his rooms. So after that, the bear wiped his feet on the mat and went inside. Okay, so inside the room, the duck said to the bear, so he said that make yourself at home. Then the bear replied, I will, so thank you. So bear thanked the duck. And the bear sat down in a shiny rocking chair. Then he put his feet on the duck's table. So for the duck, so it was very unnecessary for the bear to put his feet on the table. That is why he put some newspaper and put it under to the bear's feet. So, so after that, the bear asked, "So what do you have to eat?" So bear needs something to eat inside the house of the duck. So the duck said, "It's nothing." So nothing, asked the bear. So today I cleaned my house, explained the duck. So duck has nothing to eat because all throughout the day duck is cleaning. So because the duck has nothing to offer to bear, so the bear said, well, I have something to eat. So and he reached into his pocket and took out two brownies. So bear bring out two brownies inside the house of the duck to eat something. So bear, said duck, you are spilling crumbs on my floor. And he reached for another newspaper and put it under bear's chair. So duck is very strict. He because of the spilling crumbs on the floor, he put another newspaper for the floor will not get dirty. So after that, Bear looked at the newspaper. Then he looked at the two brownies. Duck, he said, you are a very good housekeeper. So this was the compliment of the bear to the duck. But what good is clean if you have nothing to eat? So here, have a brownie. So bear said, what has nothing to do with clean if there is no food? So how it comes that the duck has no food? So bear offered a brownie to a duck. Bear and duck each ate a brownie and spent the rest of the afternoon putting a puzzle together. So okay. So after that, on the next day, the duck went to visit bear. So before it was the bear who visited to the duck, but now it was the duck who visited the in the house of the bear. Oh duck, said the bear, how nice to see you. Come right in. So it was the bear who let the duck inside his house. So the duck said, what smells so good? I've been baking, said the bear, and he pointed to honey cakes and two nut pies sitting on the table. Brush the floor off a chair and sit down. So as you can see inside the house of the bear, it was all very dirty. So there are some unfinished dishes. There are some honey along in the floor. There are a lot of sugars that are being spilled inside the under the feet of the duck. So after that, bear said duck, I can sit down. My feet are stuck. Oh dear, said bear, that's the honey. So the duck here can't sit in the chair because his feet are being stuck with the honey that are being spilled in the in the floor. So that is why the bear asked the duck, "Would you like honey cake or nut pie?" They does nut pie. So the said the duck who had finally managed to unstick his feet. So duck wanted to eat the nut pie instead of the honey cake. So okay, said the bear, and he cut one piece of the nut for duck and one himself. For himself. May I have a plate? So it was asked by the duck. Then the plates are dirty, said the bear. Well then, may I have a fork? Asked the duck. The forks are dirty too, said bear. He looked ashamed. So it was all over the kitchen of the bear that are all dirty. Okay, so by that, the duck asked the bear. So he asked that, how do you expect me to eat if there is no fork and there is no plate? So the bear replied, I didn't clean the house or wash the dishes. Maybe you can use your wings. The pie will taste good. Okay, so duck and bear each ate a piece of pie. When the duck finished, he licked the tips of his wings. I must say, bear, you are a terrible housekeeper, but your pie is the best I have ever tasted. So it was all the compliment of the duck that bear is so terrible in when it comes to cleaning, but his nut pie is very tasty. On the next day, bear went to duck's house with a surprise. So bear has something surprise for the duck. So the duck was not at home, but bear went inside anyway. So after that, he put his raspberry muffins on the table and wrote a note. From bear, it said. Then he went home. After the bear has arrived in his home, he was surprised because he sees that his house is very clean, and he thinks that it is not his home. So his feet did not stick on the floor. So it is because of the honey that was spilled in the floor before. So the dishes were washed and on the shelf. He did not see his name where he had written it in the floor on the table. So in his kitchen, the dishes are very clean and the dishes are on the shelf. After that, he noticed a letter and he saw that it was from the duck. So as you can see that the surprise of the bird to the duck is the muffled berries. But the bear did not know that the surprise of the duck is to clean his house. Then there was a knock on the door. So it was the duck. Thank you for the muffins, said the duck. So in this time, the duck received the surprise of the bear. So I was so surprised, and it's not even my birthday. So the duck was very surprised because even if it is not his birthday, he received some surprise or a gift, and especially it was coming from the bear. And after that, it was again the bear give compliments to duck. He says that, and I have never seen my house so clean, said bear. I was surprised too. We really are good friends, said duck. Yes, cried bear. Let's celebrate. Come in and have some. Okay, so after that, they became good friends and they celebrate inside the house of the bear. So that is the story all about, and it was as you can see that it was the two good friends. So these two good friends is the duck and the bear. So morals in this story is that even if we have different perspectives in our life, but we can do the same vibes. So just like the bear and the duck, they became good friends even if they are different to when it comes to their daily habits. So that is all. Thank you for listening.